Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. It's kind of like a great day, I think. Doesn't matter if the situations, if the things, as the shadow works, and to remind you that when a divine wants you to do the work, they'll find the time to get you the message. Usually, that is a divine time at 3 o'clock. So maybe some of you is going to be awakening at 3 o'clock in the morning, doing your inner work. Where does that come from, though? I was looking at through the charts. We have the moon. The moon, it is in Scorpio. Shadow work. There is a positions they're going with everything that goes on through Taurus, which is the material world. But at April 8th, the moon is going to be opposing Uranus and Venus. So let me put it this kind of like straight away for you guys. For it, Taurus is dealing with my own stuff, my own money, my own material possessions, my own situations. I don't want to be bothered. I want to be stable. I want to have a stable base. And to me, that's what it is important. I love the material world, and that's what my love is. I give my love into the material world. I create a better material world. But now all this is Uranus is there, and we have the North Node, we have a Mercury there, going on a lot in the Taurus. It's going on a lot of situations, and the Moon, it's actually is going to be square all this. And by looking at all this, the Scorpio, which is Scorpio, represents the dealing with the material possessions of others for my own benefits, my own agendas, my own situations. It is the shadow work. So it might trigger a lot of the things about the material possessions or material situations. And as I was talking about today for it, probably I'm going to be talking about this for the third time. If it's something in the material world calling you, that means it wants to improve your material situations in life by using your spirituality. So basically, whatever it's calling you, it is asking you to mature personally, you to get in there, and the reward for that achievement is that material thing. That is what the stimulus is about for within. Talking about like the car doesn't make the man. So even if you go buy a car, you go buy situations in there, it doesn't make you the man or the woman. But if you change yourself, if you improve yourself, you get that inner work that it needs to be done. You're gonna get into title, into positions, into situations. You can actually can go ahead and achieve that goal. All of a sudden, it's not gonna be affecting that much your life, but it's gonna be achieving of goal. That is what it's making you to learn how the things are going on into you. You to learn the part of the manifestations that it's also including one thing, your personal improvement. That's what the manifestations is all about. So with that been said, I'm going to be looking at into the reports here. So the things is going to be very interesting because during the day, the moon is going to be trigger a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions. Since the moon is in Scorpio, there is a lot of emotions. Oh, these things happened to me. All these bad things happened to me. All those situations was not correct. The other situations was not correct, and so on and so on. But over the time, though, that energy is going to be improved. Why? It's going to improve because if you remember the full moon that was in Libra, right now the moon that is in Scorpio, it has a divine energy towards the sun in Aries. That's mean right now the moon is willing to work within the divine energies, within the divine situations from within you. That is a one of the authority and intuitions inside of you. They are going to be working towards solving the material debacles from within you. Hi, Diamond B. Thank you for coming. Glad to see you here. And when we're talking about material situations, this could be a all sorts of kind of like a growth within a new job, growth within a new personality, growth from anything that it's involved, these situations inside of you. We're talking about the material world. Maybe you're gonna be downsized, but by downsize it, you're actually getting rich because you're not spending so much money out there. That is another positions of this. You have to consider it and take a look at it. Because if you are two people and you have 7 bedroom house, guess what? It's a waste. I mean, just because you are only two people and you have a 7 bedroom house, it's a waste. Go get, like, for example, 3 4 bedroom house. You're gonna pay less taxes. You're gonna have more money to enjoy life. Plus extra money, you can take it, you can invest it somewhere. This is what is that coming from. That's what that intuitions of the Scorpio will giving you within their authority. But on the wrong side of the situations, the moon is going to be telling you, I may be using this thing, I may be using this thing, I may have to twist this here, I want to twist that. Scorpio doesn't like to be twisted, but they like to twist things. So this is why the moon is going to be trigger things within. In the morning, midheaven is going to be at 16 degrees of Capricorn, of course, work. Yes, of course, you gotta work. And the moon is going to be trining Mars. That is the divine masculine energies. It's gotta be. This is kind of like the intuition reaching to the warrior and says like, "Hey, warrior, stop being lazy, get to work." And the warrior, it's opposing the work. It's like, "Huh, I'm not going to fight for you. I'm doing my studies. I need to do my situations from within yourself. I'm here busy doing my own thing." And the moon is not happy. Where did that come from? It comes from because Mars, there is in Cancer. He is connecting with his inner self. He's doing his own inner study with Saturn, but it also has a sextile with the North Node and Mercury. He's like, I'm doing my mission. I'm talking to myself. I'm improving to myself. And you want me to stop doing my inner work so I can do a work for you? No. And this is going to be some of the situations that it's going to be raised up in there. Maybe the masculine is going to say, I want to do this. I can come and do this for you. Then the intuition have to accept it. But got to be very careful because the moon is opposing Mercury and the North Node, which is right now they are important to Mars. Specifically, we're talking about the inner communications from within. Another thing it is that ascendant is at 29 degrees in Aries, so the next hour the ascendant is also going to be on oppositions with the moon. Kind of like you're facing the dark side of the moon from within in the next hour. So be mindful when I wake up in the morning. Thought process. Everything is about thoughts. So in the next hour, which is at 8 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Pluto, focusing off the plutocrations. It's like the situations that you need to change, things that are for. Pluto is also responsible for what is you are surrounded with. Okay, and when we're talking about with this, Pluto is in a beautiful sextile with Venus. It is about you surrounding yourself with love, or you're surrounded with people who are only talking about negative stuff and drama and so on and so on. Hi, Blue Swans. Thank you for coming in. And inside of it, on this energy, it's going to be a very interesting because right now, as I said, the ascendant is in Taurus and it's also opposing the moon. Now you have 3 oppositions from Scorpio to Taurus. I mean, I don't know. My lips probably hurts from talking about pronouncing Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius situations, but that's what we have. It is what it is. So, looking at in this energies, the only thing it is the divine energies, the divine authorities. That's what you need to follow. That's what the new energies is calling. Okay, you to become the divine self, you to go ahead and connect with the divine source. That's what I made at the video today. Are you a twin flame? A little bit controversial to some people, but it was needed. So at 9 o'clock, midheaven, it goes into 15 degrees of Aquarius. The moon is at 16 degrees of Scorpio. So this 80 squares with the North Node. And this is coming in, but some of you is going to be reminding about the downfall and things, or you may be suppressing your own destiny. You may going against the destiny. You may go against what is coming in as a karma. You may be feeling an energy of things that are going well. This is going to be putting a lot of pressure into the emotions at this time, because you're going to feel like the need that you need to do something, but you feel weak. And during this time, the ascendant is at 9 degrees of Gemini. That is at about energy that it's squaring Saturn, learning lessons. You haven't learned the lessons from the friendships. You maybe have not learned lessons from before. That not everything it seems as it's presented from within you. You have to look inside of it and see the actions. Actions speaking louder than words. So here, what's going on is that in this hour specifically at 9 o'clock, you're probably gonna be a very have pressure within your emotions. Like somebody's pushing your buttons, like the universe is pushing your buttons. Communications are not going okay. The universe it doesn't likes you, and nobody loves you. Come on, put yourself up, get yourself together, and seek the divine authorities from within. Um, Talking about the next hour, the things are shifting. Midheaven is together with Saturn, which is a beautiful trine with Mars, lessons that it has to be learned. But that is going to be squaring Venus. That love situations, the way within the love situations and emotions, and that love within the material things is not working. The love in the material world doesn't work. Why? Because the divine is not connecting in there. You need some visions. You need some situations. They're a little different. And Venus, it's very beautiful trine with Pluto, which just says like I need to surround with something new. I need to surrounding on where I need to be. And this is why some of you maybe feel like out of place, out of space, out of people that it's around you. You may go around the people and it's they're like not like you. They don't resonate with you. So don't feel bad if you don't resonate with. You're supposed to take the new road. You're supposed to take these new energies and evolve from within you. Otherwise, you stay the same. Ascendant is at still at 25 degrees of Gemini, but that's going to be a beautiful six now with Jupiter and the Sun in there. Just so to remind you that over in the next few hours, next 2 hours, I believe, the Sun is going to be three exactly. The Sun and the midheaven going to come together, and they're going to have a triple divine energies towards the Moon. So whatever is happening in these hours right now, from in the morning until 1 o'clock in the morning, is all about to prepare you for those powerful divine energies that it's gonna comes in as a messages from within you. Right now, you seeing the situations that needs to be solved. Ascendant, as to remind you, it gives you a warning of what you're going to deal with it in the next 5-6 hours. That's what this is. That's what rises in the horizon. Okay, well, the midheaven is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with this now. So at 11 o'clock, midheaven goes into Pisces. Now Pisces and Scorpio, they are water sign. We have some Mars and the ascendant in the water sign. So things are a little bit more calmed down within the emotions. Since the moon has been moved up a little bit, we have a very beautiful trine that it's made it within Neptune. the, the divine energies towards the sun and the Mercury begins to be start feeling it. It start feeling it the grow within the divine from within you. Mars is very much in this very beautiful positions that he takes that action times. It takes that situations that he learns the proper actions even during in the hard times. So be careful with this energy. Don't allow things that goes wrong to affecting you from the things that you can do right. This is going to be one of the main energy that you're going to be looking at. And at 12 o'clock, the ascendant that is in 21 degrees of Cancer is going to be opposing Pluto. And a Pluto squaring the North Node, and the ascendant is going to be squaring the North Node. That's what I'm talking about. You kind of like to see that, well, I wanted this within my destiny. I wanted this within, and so it doesn't happen. Why? It is divine timing for it. You have to learn things from it. You have to act differently on it. If you want to get the different results within your life, you have to do different actions. Simple as that. Who is responsible for this? Mars, that is in Cancer. So, the ascendant, though, it's in a beautiful sextile with Venus. Venus is in sextile with the midheaven and Neptune. Neptune is in sextile with Pluto. What does that tell you? What you are seeing right now is going to go to the love. From the love, that's going to be your personal growth, personal inner work, which is midheaven is. And from there, once you get that inner work, you understand about the transformation processes you need to do from within you. It's not that much complicated. It's more hard to do it. Okay? It is more hard to do it. I don't see the chat as much for it. Oh, well, Blue Swan says, thank you, Dio, for the heads up. Kurt, oh, you guys welcome. And glad to see you guys. Actually, I'm going to call you after the astrogravitational report for really feeling it. Yeah, some people really feeling it, which is good, but remain in your inner peace. Remain there within the inner peace. That is going to help you to learn that not everything that is all intense. You have to mess with it. You may feel in it, but nobody said you have to mess with it unless it is something from within you. So later on, we're talking about here is it's a 1 o'clock. It's a very important time. Midheaven, Jupiter, and the Sun are coming in together. That is the work of the authority of growth, and has a triple divine energies towards the moon through the intuition. Here is going to be testing time for you. Are you going to go and have a fight for what the universe did not did? Are you going to fight for the love that you didn't get? Or you're going to mature, you're going to grow up from within, you're going to get yourself out of the shadow that you are hiding from within, and go and develop yourself. Because in the next few days, when the Sun and Jupiter are coming together in Aries, this is one of the best times for self-development. This is one of the best time of self-development, of self-inner work within, self-reflections from within itself, and it's going to be a great time. You do that, it's going to be a great time. Actually, it's great times that I'm coming with about this. Okay, and the ascendant is going to be at 3 degrees of Leo. It's going to be opposing Pluto. There's going to be this squaring towards the North Node, and Mercury. Stay away from communications that you should not communicate in the first place, because the communications can ruin you because of expectations. And if somebody just comes in and calls you and says like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, just be careful with these energies. You have to look at the divine situations, learning the divine lessons from within. The ascendant is in divine energies with Saturn. Learning a lesson now, or you learn the lessons from before. What is your actions are they going to be there within you? Very interesting energies, by the way. So later on at 2 o'clock, midheaven goes with the North Node. That can put some really kind of like tensions and pressures, and it's like what it's around me is not what I was calling for. What is within around what I communicate is not what it needs to be. Really? How about the other side? How about you see the things that you learn? How about you see the things that you understand about divine masculine energies inside of you as a family, and how much you are having more to do and you appreciate what you've been learning? How about them apples? And this is what you are going to see throughout this hour. Ascendant is at 15 degrees of Leo. It's going to be squaring the 18 degrees moon in there, and we have 17 degrees in Taurus, Uranus. So, I mean, come on, Leo seasons. Did you learn the situations there? Reminders, repeating situations, repeating confrontations, repeating inner fights. The situation is the same. It's like the waves of the oceans. They are coming in towards you. The question is how you react upon it. So during the midheaven there, it's there with the North Node. It is about you see, and you have to be thankful for everything in your life. Ascendant is focusing of that growth. Ascendant is in double trines with the Sun and Uranus in there. No, Uranus, I mean Jupiter, and the personal growth positions inside. You're going to see the areas you need to grow from within, areas of concerns that you need to grow from within. You're not going to do the work yet, but you see it. And that is a connecting with the divine energies. They're coming in from the moon. So later on at 3 o'clock, midheaven is going to be between Uranus and Venus at 20 degrees. That is going to be triple oppositions with the moon. Ascendant, it's still going to be at Leo. That's going to be opposing of Saturn. Um, divine visions from within is going to come in towards the ascendant. The growth it's continued to be pounding. This is going to be intense situations at 3 o'clock. Learning, processing, everything, maybe from the past 2-3 years, whatever it took for you to go back. Are you going to be doing the same thing? As you see at ascendant at 26 degrees, is the same thing the last time. When we had the Leo season, that was the divine energies with Neptune. Reminders to anybody, waking up to anybody, you're going to learn all this. But look at it on the other side, in the positive situations, the ascendant is like, hey, I grow in these situations. I understand the proper way of authorities, and I'm working with my intuition. Those who have done with this, they're not dealing with the rest. People who have not done, they have to go get the work. You did the work. You're gonna be chilling with jelly. Maybe you're down on the beach and you having your drink and you're just watching how the others do their work, and you're like, yeah, I remember when I did that work. I remember when I did that inner work. Yeah. And the universe, it just comes to you. It's like, hey, how about the new inner work that you need to do? And it's like, what do you mean? Yeah, you still have some inner work to do. It's gonna be fun for somebody. Okay. But that is going to be coming in at 4 p.m. That energy is going to be shifting. There's not going to be that much intensive since the midheaven moves out of the way with the positions with the moon. The ascendant is more about is changing. It's going into Virgo. It is more about to put things in place, to heal things. Okay, Virgo is responsible for putting the energies where they need to be, putting the things where they need to be. They cannot be misplacement. If within the Virgo there is a displacement of things around them, that's mean that it's something displaced from within them, and so on. So you have to look within those energies what you need to look. And the ascendant actually is giving you very good visions of what you need to see. That is a first of all the sextile with Mars. Mars is sextiling with the North Node, and the North Node is a sextile with Saturn. That's mean learn about your karma, get your act together so you can have your things in order. Simple as that. Other than that, you have not learned the lesson. You have not done it simply because of Saturn is squaring midheaven and Venus. Usually during this Venus Saturn squaring, That is it about a lot about closeness, about love. Like for example, you may send love about it, but the other person is not ready. Maybe they send you a love out there, but you don't feel like something is not quite right in there. There is something in there, but that is the energy which just tells you not the right moment, not the right situations. Venus has something to learn from Saturn, and Saturn has to learn not to be so much protective. So there is this energy of not fully openness, not openness to love, not opening to these energies. So be careful because the moon is going to be triggering that because the moon is in positions with Venus. Okay, don't suggest you to start a new relationship there. Very beautiful divine energies though. It's going to begin at 5 o'clock, and they're very interesting. Okay, we are totally have like one, two, three, four, five divine energies. They are going to be combined and crossed over from one to another. As been talking about the Virgo organizing and healing, that's what this is. Virgo, it's the healer. It is the hospital of the zodiac. In there, ascendant at 20 degrees is a beautiful trine with the 17 degrees of Uranus and a very beautiful trine with Venus. Healing energies there. It's like, hey, you see this is the situations, that's what you are close, that's what you don't believe in love, that's what these situations is. You need to work on these positions. Okay. The ascendant, it is in divine energies directly with Jupiter and the Sun. Personal growth within the authority. Take that authority from within. And as you guys know it already, the moon is in double divine energies with the sun and Jupiter. So the ascendant being within divine energies are double divine energies. It tells you exactly where to go. This is what the divine correlations is between Virgo and Scorpio towards your inner self growth within. Combining those two energies, they are pointing the divine inner work that you need to do for within yourself. And by using it, these energies, they are going to help you in a very beautiful energy of self-development for within yourself. Okay? Midheaven at 19 degrees, that it's in Gemini, which is the friendshipness. You're right there. They're dealing with the beauty within the energies out there, you and others. Okay? Like you, others like you. Okay? Midheaven is in divine energies with the moon, which is telling you that inner work that you are doing right now with that intuitions of the moon, that it's in 21 degrees of Scorpio. Right now, all this energy, it's coming from above. Use the friendshipness. Have the truth and the honesty as a Scorpio wants to be, and it is at sometimes. Then reach that authority and growth from within yourself and put your energies in order. Once you put the energies in order, you grow your personality, you grow your authority within, you work within the intuitions, you become your true self, and now you have the relationship within yourself as the best friend is you. See that? This is going to be a beautiful time for some people. Beautiful energies. Use those energies, they're going to help you guys. So later on at 6 o'clock, Midheaven goes together with Mars. Action time. Yeah, lights, camera, action. Yeah, it's going to be an action time. It's beautiful trines with Saturn is going to be affecting. Ascendant is at 2 degrees of Libra. There is a divine energies towards Taurus North Node. But the ascendant is going to point a lot of things right now in this. Ascendant is also within divine energies with Saturn. So thinking about it, that is a Pisces and Taurus energy. The things that comes in from your karma right now, talking about the relationship from within you, A Saturn, who is the karmic ruler and a karmic teacher, he always giving you these visions inside from within you. Now you see how you to maintain the balance of from within yourself, because Libra is about balance. All right. But the ascendant is going to be pointing out the fight within the family, talking about Mars is going to be opposing Neptune. It's like the visions is there. Why? Because there is no balance. Libra's telling you there is no balance, and you're like, no, 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 there is a balance. And Libra says, no, no, I know balance is not balance. And that is what the conflicts could be rise up, because the midheaven at 2 degrees, it is squaring Neptune in there. And also midheaven, it is squaring the ascendant, that it's also 2 degrees. So now if you're seeing all these energies, you may feel awkward from within yourself. And since the moon, it is opposing Venus and Uranus, some of you about love is gonna be like, it's love, but it's not the love I picture within me, and it's not the love that it's acting the proper way, because there is no balance in there. Of course, it's not gonna be balanced because inner work has not been done. All right. So at the 7 o'clock, the ascendant is at 14 degrees of Libra. That energy of the full moon is going to be trigger you again. It's going to be like, what the heck? I'm fighting, I'm doing the work, I'm doing all this, and I'm still not getting anything. I'm not getting results. Well, you have to grow. If you did not put the right time, the right effort, the right things, the right situations, you didn't know a lot of stuff, you didn't know a lot of things, guess what? You have still work to do what you knew. And that is going to be really pushed up. The reason is the ascendant that it's 14 degrees, it is opposing Jupiter and the Sun, and a Chiron that it's all together. So now you're learning about why you don't have balances within you. But midheaven is in Cancer. It is at 16 degrees, and it's a beautiful trine with the moon there. Go dive within the emotions, go dive deep within the energies. Neptune, it's also trining the moon, which is in Pisces, emotions. Dive deep within your emotions. Your emotions will give you the answers you are looking for within your situations. Why there is no balance inside. And talking about it, 8 p.m., the ascendant is going to be at 26 degrees there. There's going to be another divine yacht made it in there within Libra. That is going to be remind you about the moon when I was at 26 degrees. In there, it's about love. It's all about love. Venus is in divine energies with the ascendant, and the ascendant is in divine energies with Neptune in Pisces. Midheaven, it is at 0 degrees of Leo, but that is a beautiful trine with Neptune and a beautiful trine with the moon. You're learning the proper authorities, the proper energies, the proper situations. They have to be that cusp right there at 0 degrees of Leo is actually trining two water signs. Emotions, the proper emotions is the growth. And in midheaven, it is a divine energies with Saturn, divine lessons beginning to be learned from within. Is that a karmic lessons for some of you? Yes, that's what it's going to be, and a huge karmic lesson. But it's about the love. It's all about the love that you have to bring into the world. And talking about that 9 o'clock, the ascendant goes in Scorpio. Things are going to get intense because it's approaching to the moon, and specifically the next hour, which is going to be at 10 o'clock p.m. But right now, currently at 9 o'clock, midheaven, it's at 15 degrees of Leo. That is a squaring Uranus, there it's at 17 degrees. It's squaring the moon. It is trining Jupiter and the sun. It's still double divine energies there from the moon towards those. So personal growth is going to be huge on the menu. Talking about that. and you're gonna be practicing this. You're gonna be doing that inner work. You're gonna be checking this out. But you see, like the more inner work you do, the more inner work you discover, and you're like, man, should I do the inner work? Oh yes, you do, because at some point it's gonna become in that when the inner work, the more inner work you do, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more easy you can do the inner work from within you. The voice went out. Can you hear me now? All right, somebody message me if you can hear me now. Anyone? Well, seems like he's okay right now. Is it okay now? It is okay right now. Somebody that messaged me. Um, hey, Andres, thank you, Guy. Yeah, it's almost done with the report. I don't know what it's doing, but that situations with Mercury is kind of like uh, uh, do you it does or did you confirm your voice is out? I don't know because once in a while I see that when I'm going on live, I have a message there on my YouTube channel that says the wait for the connection to reconnect or something goes on because it's a live, it's direct link, and sometimes when the internet is so much used or so on, and there is a little delay that could cause that voice to come out. But I adjusted a little bit the microphone for, so now you may be gonna hear me more clear, more louder for. And talking about 9 o'clock, that energy is pointing out the things that you need to work. Okay, but the more you grow within the inner work, the easy it gets. It doesn't matter how much more inner work, the more experience you're getting within yourself, the more it better it gets with time. Then the more issues is coming, you're like, oh, I got that before. It's similar, but I know what to do. I will get this approach. Well, using the approach, done. The inner work is done. And you're like, okay, great. What's next? So what's next? Next is gonna be at 10 o'clock at p.m. That is gonna be one of the ascendant and the moon are coming together. Midheaven, it's up in the sky at 1 degrees of Virgo. Is gonna be squaring the moon and the ascendant. But currently, we are going to have a quadruple divine energies. Those are from Jupiter towards ascendant, from the Sun towards ascendant, and from Jupiter and the Sun towards the Moon. At the same time, we also have a Chiron in there, so you added another two. So there is a six divine energies in there for healing work that it needs to be done. What is that? It's connecting with love. So midheaven, it is squaring Venus and the ascendant and the Moon opposing Venus. And you see that Venus there, it's in there, but it's talking about transformations. Midheaven, it is in divine energies with Pluto, and Pluto is a trine with Venus. You have to go to transformations. You need to seek the transformations from within. And you look at that energy, how it manifesting that love into the material world. But Venus has to learn one thing. She has to learn to what? Not only to look to herself, but to look for someone like herself. Um, four. Yeah, Mercury has been affecting me. Actually, I believe my energy is affecting technology. I had that issues a long time ago when my energies were too high. And even today, a brand new phone, talking about a brand new phone, all right? cannot make a phone call. You can go on the internet, but you can't make a phone call. As soon as you dial, doesn't matter who, it just cuts the connection right away. So I had to reset everything and so on from going on within. So I mean, this is coming because Mercury is in square with Pluto. That transformations that it goes on. You're now ready to hear messages, uh, and it's hard to talk about things during this process because right now Pluto it's like not now, too early. You're supposed to learn, not say the things that you need to say, but it is energies. Okay, we're overcoming, we are dealing with them, but we using it. The energies there between Mercury and Saturn. The teacher speaks. Okay, that's how it goes within this energy. But Pluto is very much affecting Mercury together with Mercury and the North Node when they come together. Sometimes it's hard to talk about this stuff, and it is the energies are affecting. I totally agree with you, Andres, on that. I am. And talking about 11 o'clock there, the ascendant goes into Sag there, the midheaven goes into Virgo. Now, that organizations of energies, that healing of the energies, like putting the stuffs in there and so on, it is actually is going to be done with you. For those who actually understand the things, you're going to have some good time because you're understanding the energies within the universe. Those who did the divine inner work, you're going to feel the divine growth within you. And that comes in because Chiron, the sun, and Jupiter are in divine energies with midheaven in Virgo. Those who's not, though, they're going to have a rough, intense energies with Neptune because the visions that they seen is not what the ego resonates from within. And the top of everything, since the ascendant is a what 1 degree of Sag, that is going to be again oppositions with Venus. The moon is in opposing with Venus, and you're going to feel like, come on, what happened with my love? What is in my love? What is going on with the love? Pluto. Pluto, it is the transformer. The moon and the ascendant are sextile with Pluto, and Pluto is trine with the moon, with Venus. Direct confrontations with love doesn't lead to resolving the situations. You have to change to show that you have the ability and the capability of love. You're not like, well, I want this love and I demanding love. You cannot demand love. Love is not about demand. Love, it is about giving freely because you feel the love from within you. And that is going to be the lesson from some people have to learn the energy of the situations about the love from within and have a respect on it. That's what it comes in because Venus and Taurus is about respect. You're not respecting Venus and Taurus. Oh, you're gonna get the bull. You're gonna grab the life by the horns for it. So, Andres, ready for heaven on earth? Heaven and earth is you making it. You're the creator for it. Right now, you learned how to create. Before you create the heaven and earth, you have to learn. Then you have to practice. Make sure you are within your abilities and capabilities, and then you execute it. You do it. You just show it by example, and then the others following up your path. That's how it goes. But we are learning the new energies, guys. Everyone learns the new energies. Everyone, including Dio. Okay, don't think that it's like I'm not learning. I'm getting learning. Last night I had a pretty good learnings about things in there because I've been more busy doing my own 3D stuff compared to do what I'm supposed to do, which is here talking to you and get the things more square away. So last night I got really good spanking from above, but hey, we're all learning, right? We're all learning, guys. All right. So if you guys have some any questions or anything you guys wants to share or say, That's great. That's fine. If you need some personal assistance, you guys know I'm here. I'm available to you guys. Just messaging me, and we are gonna go ahead and do this. If not, let's go share the love and the light. And I'm dying to go and smell the pillow. Okay, guys. Hopefully tonight is gonna be better than yesterday. I think it is gonna be. Diamond B, I hear. Okay, thank you, Diamond B. So yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how things are gonna be. I'm gonna get messages tomorrow from you guys about the energies. I can hear about it. So positive. So, Dio, we love you. We can't wait to see everybody in Miami. We're gonna have a blast. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a call right now on the Facebook because after I'm seeing, I have a talk to see Sherry and Lee. I'll be coming straight over, so I may coming in before the 22nd in there. All right, we're gonna talk about this right now. All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna have some blast in Miami. So what's happens in Miami stays in Miami. Okay, it's gonna be a Twin Flames gathering there. So who's coming? It's coming. It is what it is. All right, guys. I love you so much. Love you all. Thank you for coming in. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, shares the love and the light. And guys, don't stress too much. Don't take things personally. Just go with the flow and the inner peace. All right, guys. Love you. Cool, right? Exactly. See you tomorrow, guys.